Hey, what's up guys, here Jokes with a new video. I'm going to be trying clix, bind, sensitivity, and settings, everything in settings. I'm going to give myself 7 days to learn his settings, binds, sensitivity, and master them all. I'm going to give myself 3 goals. Try to hit Unreal and ranked reload. Do quad edits because clix can do quad edits in his settings and binds. And last but not least, be able to do everything I was used to able to do with my old settings. So, let's get into it. Day 1. I decided to hop into some 1v1 creative maps so I could see how good my free builds were with my original binds. They were pretty decent, but I was lagging a lot the first day. My internet was really bad that first day. I was at 300 to 400 ping sometimes. Sometimes it would drop 21, 30. It was pretty good, but not stable. At some certain point, I got 1,000 ping in the video, so the video was really laggy. I hope in day 2 it's less laggy. After some free building, I decided it was enough free building, and I went to clix binds. While trying to switch to clix binds, I noticed that his hands were really weirdly placed. Every finger had a bind, so I was not excited for that, and it was really hard to do his settings. Like, they were really confusing. After settings, I decided to leave the 1v1 map and enter a slow map where I could change the speed of the map towards my liking, so my brain had time to process every bind that I'd click. Let me tell you, it took me a while to understand what every bind was, and I still didn't know how to click my cone. It took me a while to understand how the floor worked and how the do 90s and do stuff like that. And it was pretty uncomfortable for my hand, but hopefully for day 4 or 3 my hand gets pretty comfortable with it and I can actually do some double edits with it. On day 1 I decided to do this for like an hour 30 minutes, and afterwards I decided to hop into some box fights. Another thing that kept happening to me was that I would click the crouch bind instead of the floor bind, so I kept crouching and it would mess me up during my builds. So it was way harder to get used to, but I decided later on to delete it. After I got used to clix binds, I decided to go into box fights, and let's say it didn't go pretty well. I'm going to show you a little montage of what happened. So yeah, I went horrible for day 1 in the 1v1 box fights. I did some others and I lost them. I was really close to winning one, but I lost really closely at 9-10. I lost. I did pretty well. He was a really good player. So that's day 1. I say we did learn the basics, and I just should learn how to get used to the editing binds and the build binds, like the cone and the floor. That's the only binds that I need to get used to, and the F and the Q are pretty easy to remember now. So let's get into day 2. On day 2, I decided to hop into this creative map that taught you how to edit, so I practiced my edits for a while on my piece control, and I did a bit of free builds, and afterwards I hopped into a box fights. So on day 2, I decided to hop into this creative map. As you can see, it teaches me a bunch of different stuff. I decided to hop into some simple edits where I could practice my edits. I kept confusing the G with the F because, if you know, on the keyboard they're right next to each other, and the F is my wall, so it was really confusing. So I did this for about a couple of 10 to 20 minutes, and then I decided to do some double edits, and I also did this around for 10 to 20 minutes. I did them pretty good, but I kept messing up because of my internet, so it's kind of hard to continue with those, but it was pretty good, as you can see. Afterwards, I decided to hop in some piece control. When I was in the piece control, I was doing really well, and it was helping me practice placing my cones, which was really great because I was not used to placing my cones, which was bad. So I decided to do this for a couple of 10 to 20 minutes again, which was pretty good, but my internet was lagging a lot, so it was hard. Afterwards, I decided to do this triple edit one, but I felt like it was too hard, so I decided to stop and I decided to do something else. I decided to go do some free builds instead and see how good my free building was instead. Once in the free build section, I decided to do some 90s so I could remember how to place my binds because I kind of forgot about them for a while. And then afterwards, I tried to do double edits while doing 90s, as you can see. And I kind of got good at them so I could practice also placing my cone and floor while I did the double edits. And I could memorize my binds. I got pretty good at editing quickly with it, but it was still hard to place my cone and floor at the same time because my thumb had to move really quickly to place both. Although they were pretty easy to do after a while. Afterwards, I decided to go into some box fights so I could see how much progress I had done with fighting people. For the box fights, I hit some pretty good shots, some pretty good edits and peaks. I feel like I did really good. I hit some crazy shots, like for example this was a good reset and pullback shot. And then for this one too, I really got lucky for this one. I tried to full box him, although I messed up the box up and I missed the shot. For this one, I tried to hit a clip on him and I tried to do that, but I missed and it was really slow, so I didn't look really good. That one, I was a good reset, but really lucky. And for the final kill, I also got really lucky. I feel like he could have hit that peak. That was purely luck. From day 1 to day 2, I feel like I improved a lot in my editing and building. I did the same thing in day 3. I went in the creative map and I did the edits, the builds, the free build and everything else. I decided to go into a box fight. I won a couple of games. I hit a crazy clip. I also completed one of our goals. I don't say it was a crazy clip, but it was a decent clip. And I also went into a build fight, so it was pretty good day 3. I started day 3 with the normal routine, but instead of doing double edits or simple edits, I started with triple edits, and I was actually doing pretty well. I got this crazy run, as you can see. I didn't mess up barely anything other from the beginning because I like it. But on day 3, I didn't like that much. I actually stayed on 30 to 20 ping, which was pretty good, but I feel like I could have got lower because normally I do. But still, like here, I just lagged really hard, and afterwards, I decided to go into a free build section and try to complete one of our goals to do quad edits and clix binds. And I almost got it on this attempt, but I felt like it was too slow, and I was like, oh, not this one. And then here I messed it up. I don't even know how I got that. And then I went for it again, but I felt like it was not right. It didn't feel right. But this one, oh, I was so happy I got that, because you guys don't see it, but it took me a really, really long while. And then afterwards, I hopped into some box fights. In the box fights, I did pretty well. Low-key, I actually did really good. This guy was pretty decent enough. And I was still lagging, but I actually hit this clean shot on him. And then this piece control. Well, I guess it kind of could be called piece control. But I did pretty well. Then afterwards, I kind of went right here. This was amazing clip. This is a clip I said on day 2. And I hit, oh my god, look at that 185 full piece. That was actually really cool. I don't know why I hit that, but I actually went for it because I normally go for stuff like that. This was really cool. And while the rest was pretty basic, like right here was actually pretty clean the way I took his wall. Then full pieced him, and he was gonna run into that wall, which is pretty crazy. And then afterwards, well, I got pure lucky kills, and I was still stuttering a bit. My game was stuttering. And pretty good day for day 3. And then afterwards, I went into a 1v1 map, and I did this. This guy was pretty good. He was actually crazy. Like, I didn't show everything, but this guy destroyed me like 2-0, 3-0. Oh no, 3-0. He destroyed me 3-0. Yeah, he destroyed me 3-0, and it was pretty crazy. But I still did pretty well. I got right for day 3, everything went really well. Our piece control got better. Our thinking, the clicking with binds, everything got better, as you could see. and we completed one of our goals. One of our goals was to do quad edits, and we still have 2 to go. Hit Unreal and be able to do everything that I was used to be able to do. I feel like in day 4 I'll be able to do that better. So let's get into day 4. So for day 3 I decided to start with a free build because I thought it was good practice to practice placing my cone, floor, wall all at the same time while editing, while building, because Clix settings are a bit weird and his hands are weirdly placed a bit. If you've seen him play, you can know what I mean. So I'm gonna let you guys watch this, and then afterwards you're gonna watch me place and reload. After jumping out of the bus, I decided to land on this POI. I don't even think it's called a POI. I don't even think you could call it a POI because it's really small. So I landed here to loot up, and I noticed there was a lot of barrels, so I started to heal up really quickly, and I decided to farm some mats for a while. So I'm gonna let you watch this, and then afterwards I decided to get into a fight, which you're gonna see how it went. So this is where the interesting part starts. I heard some shooting, so I decided to go towards it and try to get that kill, but the kid stole it before I could. Then I got that kill, and then I grappled towards the other kid and I tried to piece him up, but I kind of fumbled. So then I went again for the piece control and I fumbled again, but he was kind of to the side and he didn't like reset the wall, so I got that free kill. I decided to loot up real quick, and then afterwards I decided to push again into another fight, and I think that was not the good choice. So my mom had called me and I had to go do something, so I went AFK for a bit, and then afterwards I came back. But basically what happened was that the storm pulled up, and then I went to a fight and I died, and then afterwards we'll see what happens afterwards. I decided to go fight these kids, and I got the first kid. With the second kid I was a little bit more stressed about, I don't know why, but I was fumbling more. Like, as you can see, my aim was not even good and I was not even building properly, so I was fumbling. And then afterwards I lost the game, so there's no point in showing you the rest. But that was day 4. I turned out getting 12th place in the game, and I also ranked up to Diamond 2, which is pretty good. As I told you before, I had already played ranked, so I guess it doesn't really count, but still we did pretty good for our first ranked reload game. So let's get into day 5. For day 5, 6, and 7, a bit of 7, I forgot to record on what happened, so completely forgot to record on day 6 and 5. What happened was that I played mostly time reload and ranked and some box fights. I got way better. I actually learned how to do quad edits, and I'll show you about that. On day 7 I hit Diamond 3, and on day 6 I hit Diamond 2, I think I already hit it. Yeah, that's what happened, and my free builds got the same thing I was used to be able to do, so I'm actually good again. I think you guys could compare, so I'll show you what happened in day 7. Sorry for the stutters, but I hit Diamond 3, as you can see. I didn't take a picture of it, but I hit Diamond 96%. So yeah, I was about to hit Elite, but it was 12, so I decided to hop off. So for the free building part, I say I did pretty well. I say I can't do exactly what I was used to be able to do. So I say I checked off maybe half a check mark of like maybe 50%. I was able to do triple edits, do downward edits, but still confusing what to do. because I was still confusing with the G. My finger didn't feel comfortable enough with it, so I say it was a pretty good day for day 7, 6, and 5. And I did every reload game that I actually played. I would drop like 5 or 4 kills with my friends. We would play trios. We would drop like 20 kills, and then we would die like at 5th place. So I say we did pretty well. So now I'm gonna be rating click settings. Comfortability, 0 out of 10. Your hands do not feel comfortable. Well, me personally, I didn't feel comfortable. Mechanics, if you played way more than a week, for sure, maybe a 8 out of 10. Aim, 10 out of 10. Oh my god, I can't explain more on how many mammoth shots, aim tracking I could hit in the air. I think I'm going to keep his sensitivity. But definitely, the settings are really unique. Me personally, my settings are weirder, but they're to my comfortability. So yeah, for sure, they're confusing, a bit weird. But low-key, I do like his settings. They're fun to do this. So if you like the video, please drop a follow. I'd appreciate it. This is my first ever video, so you could drop a comment down in the comments to see what I could do better. And if this video gets 1K likes or 20K views, I will do Marta's settings. And if it gets 2K likes, I will do whatever the top comment is. Well, whoever's settings is the top comments. Like, you could put in a name and I'll do their settings for the next video. Peace. Drix is out.